Hey, folks! Welcome to another live. How you folks doing? I know I'm a little late. I know Dave sent me some message on Telegram. He'll be on here in just a minute. I was trying to get all of these uh, links together because Dave and Josh are doing a live stream after this one, and then I wanted to make sure I had Dave's channel in there. So for any of you who are not familiar with David Jose, subscribe to him. Oh, hold on. I always do this. This always happens because I've got it pulled up on YouTube. So here we go. And there. Sorry about that, folks. I always do that. And so if I ever want to pin a comment, I have to actually do that in YouTube. And so I have to pause that video there. So sorry about that. There's probably people who are more well-versed in StreamYard who can do this quite easily. Okay, a couple quick things before we get rolling here. One, this is on 2 channels tonight. It is streaming, so some of you I know are watching with a smaller crowd over on my backup channel, Lumberjack Logic, and then I've got it on the Neil Johnson channel. Do take a quick moment as you come in to go down to the description and then subscribe to Lumberjack Logic. That's my my backup. And then also, I've been posting, folks, it's just the world we live in, stuff to locals that I can't post here. So anyways, it just is what it is. I mean, it's hey, 223 DMR. Hey, everybody chime in with where you're from here. I know Dave's going to be just a couple minutes. I've got a couple things I can cover before that, but do chime in. I always like to know where people are from. And please do hit that like as you're coming in. It really does help. Watch this here. It's always amazes me as people start hitting the likes, how many people come on right away after those likes. It makes all the difference in the world. So thank you so much for that. It's very important that we get this message out because the thing I like so much about David Jose is he is teaching you. We're not just here to complain. I mean, I do commentary, Texas, Arizona, Texas, Wisconsin. I have so many listeners from Texas, Tennessee, North Carolina, Amarillo. Reminds me of a country song. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be. I think that was everything that I've got is just what I've got on. Let's see. I just got to send Dave a quick message here. You're all jacked to see Dave, right? Okay, and so the deal is that I guess Deep Blue, Maryland. I'm so sorry, but hey, I'm in Deep Blue, Minnesota here. I don't know how deep blue it really is, folks. I really don't. So. Oh, wait. Dave says he needs a link. Hold on a sec. I got to get Dave a link. He said he doesn't have one. I don't know if that was an oversight on my part or his part, but I apologize. I'm getting Dave a link. He will be in. Just hold on a second. But anyhow, the thing I was going to say there, I can't ever do 2 things at once, but copy, and I got to get him his link. And there he is. Okay, so there. So the thing I like so much about Dave is this is about citizen action. So I do some of my stuff, and it's designed to entertain and make light of the left, the hard lefties. It's also designed to encourage you to take action or to connect you with various groups and that type of thing, because I always want to get people connected locally. Hi, Amanda. So that's but the biggest thing I want to do, folks, is give you the tools and connect you with the people so that you can make a difference. Okay, now, folks, right now, do you realize that they are looking at doing a forensic inspection in Texas? Yeah, and then they're looking at doing a grand jury in Georgia. Candace Taylor's all over that. And Candace has had a lot of conversations with Dave and Josh, so I want to get his insight into that. Yes, please do like, subscribe, and share. Yes, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And do subscribe to those other links down below. I mean, folks, I don't think people really fully understand. We are in a full-on information war. This is a technology and information war, and people just still don't get it. You know, and then eventually, oh, hey, look, I just got an email from Amazon. Their terms have changed. I wonder what it is. What? Oh, you know what? Here, we got a mod, Matt. Oh, the tools. That's right. I do. Here. Hold on one second, Matt. I'm going to get you your mod status because I need a mod over on the other channel. So, folks, I always screw these things up right at the beginning. I'm sorry. But I'm going to get Matt a wrench. Okay. Let's see. And I think, let's see, we've got, I'll find you here, Matt. Just hold on. There's Matt. We're going to give him his, bam, there we go. I got my mods over there now too. So again, I'm streaming this to 2 channels. So I do want y'all to have the tools. So hence why I've got David Jose on here, because he is the tool giver. Okay. And like I said, he'll be on in just a second. It's, Misty Girl, you got 2 notifications at the same time. Cool. I know it's a little confusing. It really is. I hate this whole backup and all this nonsense. Okay. I really do. It's goofy, but people, you need to understand what's going on. I saw Dan Bongino being interviewed. Who was interviewing him? I cannot recall, but he was laying it out, and he said, you know, this really is the issue of our time. And if people are not, if you've got people who are running and they are not up on the censorship and they're not solving that problem, then folks, they aren't a real candidate. Okay. Cause this is where it's at. This is the battle of our times. I mean, do you realize that the most powerful thing out there is an idea? Okay. It is a thought. And if you can shut down the thoughts and ideas, I did, Heather. I saw that he was the CRT. Look at this. I got him. We're big time now. Oh, it's hard to beat a person who never gives up. That's right, Mr. Jose. That's right. So right there, freedom. There it is. All right. We got him on. All right. So folks, here he is. So for those who don't know him, this is David Jose. And the reason I like him so much, I'll say it again, is because he gives people the tools to act. Okay. Please smash that like as you're coming in. We've got to expand the reach of this one because we're going to get into some good information here tonight. Now,
hey, Josh Dave is coming too. Oh,
he is.
Josh the link.
Oh, did he have the link?
I just saw where you sent it on the one app. Let me see if I can send it to him.
Oh, Josh Barnett's going to be joining us, folks. Spread this far and wide. Share it with your friends, neighbors, even your relatives, even the in-laws. Share it with your mother-in-law. You should love her more. Anyways, smash that like or gently tap it, as some people always joke. Okay. Oh, he says they're saying we've got an echo. I don't hear it.
Oh gosh.
The echo thing. And then they're saying your sound is low.
Yeah, because my other device got washed. By mistake. It got victimized by water, so I can't use that device right now.
It appears the echo is now gone and people are hearing you better. So. Yeah. So it was when you were talking, but now it is gone. All right, folks. So we've got Dave. Josh Barnett is going to be joining us. That's exciting. And but I want to, you know, Dave, I've got a question for you because I know Candace Taylor is working on. Hey, Ronman. I hear Candace Taylor is working on getting in front of the grand jury down there. That's actually set, but they need a quorum of like, I think 75%, 9 of the 12 jurors. I don't know how that whole process works. Are you up on that?
Well, they're working with a very special person there, so I don't think that there's going to be an issue at all with that going through. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff happening.
Exactly. This is
woo. Somebody gonna be in trouble, man. It seems like God just put everything in the perfect place and did it the perfect way to prevent people from slithering out of this one. So she got them in a bad position. And remember, she's already given affidavits to the government officials and let them know that they have a duty. It's in the Constitution. They swore to it already. So anybody who really wants to play like they don't get it is going to be in some deep trouble. Because the people in the grand jury for the first time are going to learn what the real law says, and it's going to be heaven to pay.
You know, it's I just find all of this fascinating, watching citizens take action. I mean, you've got some things going on now. Virginia, right? Is that one you've got something cooking?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a big conference tomorrow with one of the senators there. Josh Barnett will be there. One of the senators, Ryan and Heather from Virginia, hit them with tons of affidavits. They ended up hooking up with one of the senators, and I can say now that one of the senators is now being taught by the people. I just put it like that. And several of them are going to start coming. So the government is now learning from the people. So
okay.
it's like weekly. I mean, a couple of times a week.
Well, you just had a great post on Maine, which I
Oh
found.
yeah, shucks. So Maine dropped off 180 affidavits, I think, today. And they had a senator who said that she would sponsor them dropping off the affidavits. The senator tried to back out at the very last minute, which can be really bad for her. But the House clerk accepted the affidavits and said they'll give out a copy to every legislative body member. So remember, when Josh Barnett and I started in Arizona and we put out the first affidavits, we didn't have 180 affidavits. We probably had 120, 130. And that forced an audit in Arizona. So it's crazy. Then I kind of made a mistake and got on a call because somebody had my material and shared it without my permission in a group. And somebody told me. So then I went to the group and I get inside of this group in another state in Louisiana that had 805 people in the group ready to take stuff down. That's, dealing with the selection issue. So that's another thing that hit. And it just blew my mind. It's one of them God moments. I came in there like, man, somebody took my material. Can y'all cut that off? Because they're sharing it all in here. And it would have been 800 new people seeing material that was not supposed to be sent that way. So it was a little rough, but then I ended up getting to meet the people in the chat in that Louisiana group. And it was amazing, man. Like, it was such awesome people. Brilliant, man. I mean, just quick with the law. And I told them to look up stuff and they found it. And they got moving and it was just crazy. So then I started talking to them. I started showing them the Masons manual. I started showing them their own state constitution and how the common law was protected there and how they've been lying to us about Louisiana. And the people fell in love. They had a good time. They were amazed at the different things that they saw. And the crazy thing is, it was crazy because one of the people in there was a paralegal. Another lady, I think it was a lady, it was America's first chat for Louisiana. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. Man, I literally just fell in love there. I'm like, man, these people are so cool. Then I had an argument with one of the guys in the group. He's like, oh, you're coming here and you can't be a good guy. He seemed like he was a troll trying to block the process. And then they kicked him out. I was like, shucks. They're like, he was like, get rid of Dave or I'm leaving. Then they booted him. I was like, man. I was like, this is nice. And some of the people there, I found out, followed me already. So they kind of knew what I taught and stuff. And so, man, they were just so sharp, man. I mean, it scared me almost because God keeps doing things that you don't expect, right? You just see like God puts you somewhere and something happens and you weren't even prepared for it. And then out of nowhere, he uses that to lift up a whole bunch of people and bring y'all together. And we're sitting up there discussing the law. I'm showing them all the things in the bills and declarations of rights. One guy is copying everything I say and he's posting it there because he can't post pictures. And they see like, holy crap, like we really have that in our state constitution. And so they gained so much strength, man. But I have never in my entire life seen a state group so freaking big. It was crazy.
Wow.
800 and something people. And here's the funny thing, it was growing by the minute. I was sitting up there talking back and forth with the troll guy and the other people, and the group was growing like 10 people every 10 minutes. I'm like, holy moly. So Louisiana, man, whew, like I said, I ain't never seen anything like that.
Wow. Wow. So, Dave, real quick, one thing, and I'm trying to talk softer. You might need to talk a little louder. I think your audio is a little soft and mine's a little loud. So
if I get closer, you might hear me.
There you go. So you guys just keep communicating with us on the audio. We'll try and get this right for you. We love you, folks. You're the best.
Y'all.
It's okay. Josh, hi. Good to see you.
Hey, what's up, Neil? How are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Good to see you, man. I mean, you guys are making things happen, and I just really appreciate it. It's summer, and so what happens to me in summer, see, I live in northern Minnesota. And, people in the Caribbean, the reason they have a lax life is because it doesn't matter. All year long, they can grow their food. They can do their things. Up here, summer, it's all on for me. And I have so little time to do this because I've got to make my income to pay the bills in the summer. And I do my art shows and everything else. But I just did Bemidji Art in the Park, my hometown. Have you ever been to Bemidji, Josh?
No, I haven't.
It's the home of Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox.
Oh, wow.
Hey, can I tell you a joke?
Yes.
Josh's traps have already been there, because Josh can sit here and do like this. His trap and travel across states is so big.
They visit. They go visit across state lines.
Dude, look at his traps. Dude is like swole. You see his deltoid? Dude, that thing is like this.
It's just a t-shirt.
Somebody's got to hit the gym that much. I tell you what. I keep some power blocks at my house. Those things are great. And I just try and stay in shape to shoot elk and play with my kids. That's my whole focus. Like I had a thing real quick before we get into it, but I had this thing when I was people would say, what is it that motivates you? And I said, well, here's the deal. When my boys are like 15, 16 and they've got friends over to their house and they're playing football, right? And they're like, hey, Dad, you want to come join us? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I want the conversation with their friends not to be like, hey, yeah, go easy on my dad, be kind to the old man. No, I wanted it to be, hey, guys, my dad just came in. You watch out, man. He'll come flying out of nowhere. And that was my whole thing. I wanted to be able to play with them. And so it's like the story of Joshua and Caleb in the Bible, where Caleb went up and he said, look at me, I'm just as strong and vigorous in battle today as I was then. He was 85 years old. So when he made
I hope I can do that the same. If I could deadlift 600 pounds when I'm 85, that'll be amazing. But after moving into a new house this weekend, I'm kind of questioning if that's going to happen or not. That's rough. I hate moving. That's rough. And since I'm the strong guy, I have to carry all the heavy stuff, right?
Yes.
So it's up and down steps. My legs are sore like I did a squat workout. Like 1,000 times, up and down, up and down. So got that over with.
I'm going to just kind of let you guys talk. I know you've got an event coming up. I want you to talk about that. I know Bram Resnick was trying to poke holes at you guys.
Thank you,
Bram. I love Bram. We love Bram.
Did he get you some free publicity?
Yeah, he got us some new people signed up. Thanks to Bram, they wanted to learn, and so I give him kudos. Thank you very much.
That guy is such a piece of work.
It's funny, Neil, because what these hater guys don't realize is the people are looking for answers in the country. So when you go say that somebody's fake and they go check and find out, oh, shucks, there's real people saying that they're real. Okay. So now you just brought a believer. We're here from Bram.
Who referred you? Bram did. Thank you. Should we send him? I told Bram he needs a lesson in the Constitution because he's Canadian. And he just recently became a citizen. But I'm just trying to be helpful, and he doesn't know a dang thing about the Constitution. So or the state constitution. So I offered him a free seminar on the common law to come learn. And we'll see if he takes me up on it. I'm going to remind him every day this week now.
I need to send him a coffee gift card for the extra people. The PMA needs to send him a coffee gift card.
That's right.
Awesome. You guys are great. So talk a little bit about what you're doing there, and how people can sign up for that, because I think it's great. I mean, it's a chance for them to learn. And he was making a big deal out of the $50, but I don't know. People.
It's a membership fee. I mean, the thing is the people have the right to come together.
Yeah.
You have a lot of attorneys that hate the fact that we come together and teach people. So they spend their time trying to figure out what to do to stop what we're doing. And let's just be real. We can all see now in multiple states, we see Georgia's talking about prosecuting people now after Candace Taylor went after them. Vernon Jones has followed Candace Taylor with everything she says she wants to do. He follows her. I mean, to the T. So he understands that she's powerful and she's helping the people. Lynn Wood follows what she says. If you look in Virginia, we're teaching senators. If you look in Maine, we got people working there. If you look in Ohio and Nevada and all these different places, people are taking massive action. And what you see happening is, at first they try to fight you and tug because they're not used to the people taking over and controlling them. And they start bucking. They're like, oh, we don't want to do that. We don't want to go clean our room, right? But you see the people are showing the rights of the people. Like in Georgia, we went head up with Burchett or whatever his name is, Boucher, whatever. And he was like, oh, this is the devil, right? Like Bobby Boucher.
my mama says, oh, this is the devil.
Yeah, and then he got cracked back on because we did a clapback video. And we proved and showed everybody in the public that he was lying. Now, he was so concerned about the video that we did teaching the people that he came out and tried to make a video saying we were lying. His video got 800 views. Ours got 20 or 26,000 views quickly. It was so bad for him, he had to take his video down because the people can read. So when we introduced them to the real Constitution, which has never been done in their life, they start wielding power like a big lawful sword. So they thought they were going to tug with us and fight. Well, how quick is it that when they told everybody in the country they can't do anything, they don't have the ability to do a subpoena, they don't have the ability to hold a committee because they're out of session? Why is it now that there's a letter from one of them saying we're going to have a committee? Candace talks to that gentleman directly. Josh Barnett talks to government officials directly. They follow us and listen. So people can say all they want to say, but right now it's proven across the nation that states and government officials are falling in line with everything that we show them, and their attorneys can't fight, period. There is none. There's not an attorney in the country who can fight what we say. And the people are just as good, if not better than us, because everybody's taking their own skills that God has given them, taking the knowledge that our forefathers put in place. It's not me and Josh. God is just using us to show the people. Just like you did, Neil. You took your people here. You said, hey, guys, let's get this going. You got a group of people together. Y'all sent out stuff. Next couple of days, mask mandates or whatever it was, gone. Right?
And we got a lot of movement in Minnesota on the audit, from the audit front, too. We had a bunch of people send out affidavits up there. And they connected with, I don't know if it was a representative or one of the state senators that is now kind of speaking out. So they've got some movement from that as well.
Yeah, no, we're it's great to see this all taking place. It surely is. I know people I keep getting this said, like, Bud, hold on, I just got Bud, mine isn't turn up or down, or it's just on the computer. I'll just talk softer, all right? I'm just trying to keep them all happy, Josh.
Bill Belichick, don't let him see your mouth.
So, but guys, there's a movement in Texas too. It looks like Texas is going to get one.
Oh yeah, that's Sharon Yu and another big group of people with Sharon down there in Texas that's sending in affidavits and kicking butt. Wisconsin, they got a group there that's destroying stuff.
I forget that lady's name. She was up at the Mike Lindell event. Getting a ton of the affidavits around up there in Wisconsin about less than a month ago.
That was Carla.
Yeah, Carla. Yes, Carla Loeffler.
Yep. So that's the thing, man. It's like we're doing the lawful process. We're just waking people back up to what it is that our forefathers did the whole time and what they taught us to do. And it works because it's the lawful thing. And the funny thing is, the same time that we're teaching the government officials with the notices, the people are seeing the notices and learning too. So that class this week, this Saturday, 10 a.m. Arizona time, Save the Nation webinar, it comes at a perfect time because the nation is shaken right now with people who understand. So we're going to break down the laws across the state constitution, so people can see their remedy, what they can do, why it works. They know it works now. They're seeing people all over tearing things to pieces, but now they're going to be able to jump in, get the crash course where they can see everything that's happening. They'll be able to keep a link so they can watch it over and over again. It'll be about 3 hours long. And what's going to happen is the class is going to be in the private. Nobody's going to be able to interfere. And people are going to have so much knowledge that I guarantee you, by the time they get off this call, the average lawyer in your state will not be able to touch them with understanding of the people's rights, the common law, and the state constitutions, and how we take our government back. You will slay attorneys with the law.
And you know, Neil, we don't just throw them to the wolves when it's done. We always answer questions. You know what I mean? After, because there's always stuff that they're going to be unsure of, but we always make sure we try to answer as many questions as possible so that they know exactly what they need to be doing, and to educate these people and give them an opportunity to do the right thing before we really start coming at them, you know, with an affidavit per se, or follow up an affidavit with a ton of notices saying, we know what you're doing, we don't like it, we want to correct it, and show them why, you know, constitutionally why you're right, give them an opportunity to respond. And if they don't, then it's either going to stand as true or they're going to respond and perjure themselves, because everything we write is literally straight from their own constitution.
Yeah.
You can't argue with it, you know?
Well, that was when you went through the thing in Minnesota with us. That was exactly what it was. I mean, we pulled 3 excerpts from the Constitution.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's right there. It's spelled out. In fact, I told somebody today, no, it was the other day at the art show, and we were talking about walls, and I said, I don't see any shred of any way they can go on with emergency powers. They don't exist constitutionally. They have to build consensus. We are not in a tyranny, a one-man rule. This is not a dictatorship. It's not a king. Okay. Please do smash that like, folks. Just expand the reach of this, please. I'm going to pull that banner down, but just wanted to throw that out there real quick. Just smash that like, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. I did not know you were going to be on, Josh. I didn't get your channel down there. I did get Dave's, but I know the mods can share your channel, so I'll have the mods do that.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. David and I have been on the phone all day. We just came across some more interesting information that we have to correct, but it's correctable. And I think we have this person thinking or rethinking what we're telling them, but we're going to get us supported by a constitutional attorney friend of ours to support what we're saying, to give them more firepower when they take it back to their attorneys that they're speaking with. So it's that's why I kind of go off and I'm typing real quick and I come back. So I'm like right here, just trying to respond and stay on it, because this can end, or this could potentially speed up the process in Maricopa.
Cool. Hey guys,
Neil, I sent you the link on Telegram.
Okay.
For anybody who's interested in the class, they can click only if they want to be in it. Not for everybody. It's not for just everybody to come join there, but anybody who has the wishes of being part of the private association with us, learning in the private, it's only $50. Of course, you can let your household watch it. Once you have that link, if you're willing to join with us and do this, you can hit that link. It'll take you to a group where you will have instructions to be able to pay and get going. And then the link will be shared with you on the day of the event. But I sent it to you so you could post it, because I can't.
Yeah, I'm going to post it right now.
And one thing too, I want to make clear, and David and I have spoken, you know, like Bram said, cha-ching, you know, like we're trying to cash in. Brahm is a clueless liberal, and he shows it once again. He's too stupid to come out, hey, Josh, or interview me, talk about it. He just wants to throw out his liberal trash like he always does. We're doing this to raise money to invest this money into a larger education project in regards to the Constitution on even a larger scale. So he thinks we're trying to cash in on it. We're not getting. The only thing we're cashing in on is investing into another project to teach even more people is our goal. So Brown, once again, that's what these liberals do and the media does. They try to trash everything you do that's positive and turn it into something negative. But we don't put up with it. I fire right back, and we just keep moving forward and try to teach, as many as we possibly can.
Yeah, no, and I think there's a couple things there. One, the number one thing that liberals always do in these hard lefties is character assassination. It doesn't have to be real, but if a lie is repeated often enough, it kind of takes root, and that's what they're doing. Always. I mean, look at what they did to Trump. I mean, my gosh. And then the other thing is you're actually utilizing this money for a different purpose. But even if you weren't, what is wrong with charging $50? That's a pretty nominal fee.
It's a membership fee. Every group, the Bar Association has membership fees. The Lions Club, all these, the Boy Scouts of America, they all have membership fees. Yeah. So the thing is, they're playing games. But the funny thing is this: if what we were doing was not working and was not very powerful and scary, they wouldn't send 73 attorneys, would they?
Yep.
You want to talk about wasting money? You guys, how many attorneys does it take to stop people who are uneducated in the world of the legal profession? Think about it. If I thought something was a hoax, I would definitely not pay for 73 attorneys. I mean, you almost act like you're going against freaking the whole Taliban. You got to have all those lawyers? Like, what the heck, man? Like, so you're telling me that one attorney isn't smart enough to stop an audit that two people started and a few others, that are uneducated in the Bar Association at all? I mean, come on. It takes 73 attorneys?
Here
73 of your best.
I'm going to do something for you guys here quick because I want to get this. I want to get people to this. I want to get them the knowledge, the tools. I am all about giving people tools. So there we go. Here, I'm going to put that's the link to your show later, right after this one. You guys have another show. And so I want to get that in there. So I just posted that link again. And then I'm going to get this Telegram link too. I posted it in there, but I want to get this up a little bit more. So here we go. I'm gonna see if I can just I'm gonna pin this one for you guys. If I can pin it. So what is this called? Save the Nation.
Save the Nation webinar.
Save the Nation.
I'll send you a picture.
Webinar. Save the Nation.
And this is the thing, we've been able to take part by God. It ain't us, it's God. But we've been able to take part by God in mask mandates being dropped and over 100 private entities being created when the government tried to shut them down so that they couldn't keep their livelihood going. We were able to go directly head up with the government in multiple states and help people to be free. CPS cases, over 91 kids have been brought back as of a couple of days ago. So, I mean, we're really doing real things that the politicians get paid to do for a living. For the last few years, they've been in office, and people have been coming to them, begging them, saying, hey, can you help us? The governor is doing this and doing that. And then what happens is the legislative body members say, well, we can look at it next year when we do some legislation. All of them just happen to go home and leave the governor in power. And they won't call session to bring people back. And they say they got to ask other government officials to help. None of them. How come when we look at Arizona, they say that the governor was acting like a tyrant, but not one legislative body member tried to impeach or made impeachment articles for the governor. Not one. Mm-hmm. They went through a whole session and did nothing to him. So when you got
the truth is that Hollywood.
Sorry, that was just I'm just trying to pin your. Go
when
ahead.
you got regular people though who have been able to really help the people keep their businesses by turning them private and becoming private associations and doing all these things, when those people were scared to death trying to figure out how to save their kids' future, how to have food to eat, how not to lose their life savings. Some people put $500,000, $1 million into businesses, believing that it was going to work for their families. And then somebody shut their stuff down. And at the same time, the states are being paid money and the counties, the political subdivisions, to shut people down by private entities, corporations, Soros and all these people just paying money into the state. They're getting hundreds of millions of dollars, but shut you down. They're hiring extra people to go around and shut you down. They're going door to door, not standing 6 feet away from each other, but they'll shut you down. And then when they were telling people, look, we got to shut you down, they're like, why? They said, look, man, I really don't want to do this to you, but we took money from the Fed to shut you down. So now we just got to do it. We don't want to do it, but the way our paycheck is set up, and it's like, so you're going to sell me out for a paycheck.
You talking about Arizona?
Man, it happened in California, Arizona. Literally, they were telling people, we got to do this or we won't get our money. As a matter of fact, Kelly Townsend came out, a senator in Arizona just recently, and she said, we are looking at possibly shutting down the emergency situation, right? But we're in line with the governor now, who they should have been impeaching. We're in line with the governor, and we just want to ask Biden if we still get our $452 million if we kill the emergency now. That should hit people with red flags. So she's never come out and told people that they were getting $450 million out in the public, in the open, for keeping us shut down. So if she says we can get rid of the mandate, right? I mean, get rid of the emergency right now for $450 million, that means that you could also get rid of the emergency without $450 million. So really, the deciding factor is just $452 million.
She's choosing money over people losing their businesses, their families, divorces, suicides, from the depression that set in. It's absolutely, it's disgusting. It really is.
And you know what? I didn't expect anybody to ever be that loose that they would come out and say that, because I showed the people in Arizona ARS 26-312, where it said that they could take money from any person under their terms in the state statute in order to receive money. So imagine that means any person means Bill Gates could come and say, shut down the state, we'll give you money. I'm sorry, we're getting, oh my gosh, that must have been you, Neil, because we just got 50 probably messages in a row. There's 50 messages in a row about the class. So, oh gosh, it's going crazy. People coming in like, where I paid? Take my money. I'm watching Lumberjack. It won't stop, bro. Darn it, Bram, is that you or Neil? There's another one.
Hey, you know what's funny is, the 24th is a special day, not just for our common law seminar.
There's another one.
But President Trump's in Phoenix.
Today?
He'll be here Saturday.
Saturday. All right. Same day.
So the same day we're knocking this thing out is the same day. So it's kind of cool that we're trying to help save the nation in a way, in our way, the same day that he's here,
Somebody needs to send Trump to the class so he learns, because if he ever hears this, woo, hey, I guarantee you, if Trump heard this, the nation would probably be turned over in 30 days. Because he doesn't know the answer. He's asking attorneys, and attorneys aren't telling him because they never studied the state constitution. They don't know. We've had attorneys tell us, I went through law school, they never showed us that.
Can you imagine 85 million Trump people learning all this at once? If he put it out on his website, his notices, and he put out like this kind of information to people, it would go absolutely insane. Can you imagine?
We need to connect this somehow. That's a great point.
Because listen,
I mean, I can't imagine.
180,000 people got rid of prohibition.
Yeah.
3% of the people beat the king. We have more than enough people right now in our circle between me, you, Q out of the darkness, Bahizzy to Naples, Marcus D,
CanCon.
CanCon, all the monsters, Hillary Hill, between all those people, there's enough reach if we got serious to turn the nation over in 60 to 90 days. Now, without even those, if we got Trump, Lynn Wood, Sidney Powell, General Flynn, Patrick Byrne to send it out to their people, it would totally flip the nation immediately. Within 2 weeks, you would have more people in the nation knowing the law than all the attorneys put together, all the government workers put together in 2 weeks.
Who's that guy? I gotta look up his name here. I'm gonna have him on my show here in August. Who does the freedom seminars or whatever with Flynn and
Clay Clark?
Yeah, Clay Clark. I mean, you guys should be speaking at that Clay Clark event. Can
you imagine if David went up there and started preaching the Constitution to that crowd?
Ooh. That's what I'm talking about. We gotta. It
would get ugly.
I'm gonna give him a call. You've talked to him, haven't you, Josh?
I haven't spoken with him. My campaign people were the ones that kind of set him up, and I was out there briefly at Tulsa, and then came back. But I never got an opportunity to speak on anything with anybody there. You know what I mean? So I just came back. I was like, I ain't got time for this. I got to come back to Phoenix. I got work to do. But what he's doing, I mean, I talked to one of Patrick Byrne's people, one of his right-hand people, and we were telling him, if we get this information to Patrick's people, Lindell, Flynn, just those three people alone, if this information gets out to them, it's damning. Literally, you thought the Patriots stood up, they're going to stand up, they're going to rise up, and they're going to, you talk about affidavits and notices being sent, they're going to be sent by the millions, not just the thousands, but literally the millions of people would be sending this stuff in, demanding that stuff be corrected.
That'd be scary. Million. If 300,000 people put out affidavits and notices showing they know the law, you'll have legislative body members in every state begging for us to tell them, what do we do to make this right? Literally.
Decertify and give us a new election. That's what you do.
We started out with 120, 130 affidavits. And it shook the country.
Yep. Oh, you're right.
I know Flynn, like I told the person, I said, General Flynn and Patrick Byrne, we need to quit playing not phone tag, but like we talk to each other individually, you know what I mean? So we all need to get in the same room. I don't care if we got to fly there. We need to get in the same room or on the same phone call with these people and discuss this all at once so they can hear this this argument, this constitutional argument from a different perspective that I guarantee you they've never heard before. Because I know for sure, because the lawyer of one of these people we talked to, and she never heard this perspective. She was loving it. She was raving about it. So I know they've never heard this perspective. I know President Trump has never heard this perspective on what to do or what action to take. And I know his people ain't telling him. So if he knew, he would probably, I don't know. It would be amazing. It would be amazing.
Absolutely. I just sent Clay a text, and but I definitely want you guys connected here because and here's a little thing for you guys. Little chat. Thanks, Dave and Josh, for the affidavit info. Our governor has finally caved. Cynthia, what state are you in? I'm curious. Comment on there, Cynthia. Tell us what state you're in. No, I just sent him a text because we have got to get you guys connected, because then we could get all, because he's already invited me to the events with the media pass and all that.
Yeah.
And so, I'll just bring you guys with. We'll go get together with all of them.
Yeah.
Enough of this.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. We finally go, guys, I need 20 minutes of your time. I don't care how busy you are. I don't care how important you are. Like, this is more important than anything we could ever do. I really believe that.
Yeah.
Give us 20 minutes of your time to sit down and show you and present this perspective to you. I think it would change the minds of everybody, because the first thing these people do, and these are brilliant people, absolutely brilliant people, but they go, we got to get this through the courts. No, we don't. They always want to go to the courts. They always want to depend on the Supreme Court. They're going to screw us the first chance they get. And you know what makes a difference, though, is if the people are supportive with notices and affidavits. Can you imagine if the Supreme Court got 1 million affidavits and people say, we demand this evidence be heard in an evidentiary hearing?
Yeah, we should not be in the court under their jurisdiction. We should be addressing the court for not following the law, because the courts have ignored the people's will in having an audit. They've been trying to block it as bar members. So we'll let them know, we realize, court, that you're full of bar members. You got a conflict of interest where you can no longer do your job correctly. You got a private oath to a system that hates people who gets audits, and is proven by them attacking everybody who tried to get an audit.
Yep.
No bar association members have been allowed to get a full forensic audit, and they come after your license if you keep going. The only people who've been able to get full forensic audits are not attorneys.
Amen. God, these are great points. I mean, I hadn't thought about it.
Yeah, so think about it. When you go into a court and ask a court if you can have a hearing, you're submitting yourself to the court's jurisdiction when you own the court. The people should be doing remonstrance and petition and address and saying, hey, court, you ain't going to work here long if you keep working with these bar attorneys telling us that you're not going to hear what we need to be heard. You either follow the freaking law and act like you got some sense, or all of y'all can leave. We don't want your services anymore. We'll hire new people.
It always comes back to who created who.
Yes.
Like, we created, even the people, we created the courts. We created the Supreme Court. If you want to go back to actual authority, so why are we letting them tell us what to do all the time?
Yeah, we're begging them.
It doesn't make sense.
Please hear us. Please give us a chance. No, we're not even looking at your evidence. Who the freak are you?
Yeah.
Right? Is that impartial? We got a judge in Michigan yelling at people and getting smart. You need to tell me. What the freak is this? Like, what's that? The online thing where all the people go fighting all the time? What is this? World Star? She acts like
World Star Hip Hop.
Oh, you telling me that I shouldn't get you as an attorney? When you became attorney, you actually waived all your rights. That should make America mad. Y'all know why? Because she said they waived their rights when they became an attorney. Now, here's the problem. If attorneys waive their rights to bring certain types of cases because they're an attorney, then that means the people who asked for, or who demanded audits and had attorneys step in for them, that the attorneys are not allowed to fight for the people's will. Because if you do, the judges are going to get you. So that means because the people own the courts and not the judges, they're just servants and trustees, they're going directly against the will of the people on behalf of an association that's private and foreign to the people. We don't have a contract with the bar. So why the freak are they governing our courts and our grand juries? See, we want to prosecute bad actors, and they take care of their friends. Oh, we're not going to let anybody go to jail. Oh, okay. How long is that going to last? Until the people realize y'all breaking the law. Then it's going to be game over.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There's an idea. Candace can get with Linwood. Linwood can get...
It's a possibility.
Yeah, we spoke with Lynn. I mean, Lynn's seen the affidavits that were written for the forensic audit down in Georgia originally. But Lynn's not an election attorney. You know what I mean? That's not his specialty. He's a defamation guy.
Hey, how many billion did he get for that Sandman again? I mean,
yeah, a lot of money. That was great.
I can't believe CNN is still in business. I mean, what do they have? I mean, seriously, they don't even have 100,000 viewers on some of their primetime shows.
It's so great to see.
It's just pathetic. I mean, anyways.
Yeah, but we talk to attorneys. We talk, like Matt DePerno is a great constitutional attorney. There's another attorney, a friend of mine that I speak with in regards to certain things and certain remedies that he's looking at. And, they have a different viewpoint than what we have of utilizing the people instead of going through the courts and relying on any court or judge or politician to do the right thing, I don't think is ever going to happen. We're not going to invoke a 12th Amendment with these crooked people in charge, or thinking they're running things. How we're going to win is the people applying the pressure on the state legislature to do the right thing, constitutionally show them this is why you're going to do it. It's showing them the chain of command. When the people understand the chain of command and how things really should be working and correct this problem is when we really start kicking some, major butt.
It's interesting. I mean, hearing you guys talk about this, because it's so true. I mean, because what do people always do? They always get hopeless and they say, well, nothing will ever happen because they're not going to do anything. They won't hear the case. They won't do this. They won't do that. And the problem is we're thinking about that all backwards at that point, because again, it's like God in the creation story, right? People say, well, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, obviously the chicken came first, because the creator is always greater than that which is created. And so the people created the government, not the government creating the people. The government didn't create any people. The government didn't create anything. The only thing they do is mess things up.
They created problems.
Think about this. What did this say, Neil? Missouri Constitution says that the people have the inherent and exclusive right to regulate their internal government and the police thereof. What in the world does that mean?
Sounds like
we regulate the government. So Georgia Constitution says the people have the inherent right to regulate their internal government. We are supposed to be the regulators, and we're begging other people to do it. Like, I don't think the judge will ever do anything about what's hurting us. You're the boss. You fix the company. Stop saying, well, how do we get them to do something? What about, let's just first tell them we know. Because criminals like to do stuff in the dark. And as soon as you start reproving them openly, they have no answers. And this is why every single time we dare any government official, and everybody can see it with James Burchett in Georgia, he tried to open his mouth and had to remove his video. It got so bad. Because he can't fight with simple law with people who can understand plain English.
When the people heard our video, heard what we were saying, we showed them, because David always shows it. He always documents and shows you what he's saying. And when the people saw that, they're like, this son of a gun is lying to us. Why is this guy lying to us? And then they went to his page and started saying, why are you lying to us, James? Why'd you say they're lying when they showed me clearly what it says and you're the one lying and we don't like it? And he just took his video down, shut it down.
It's funny. I actually shut someone down in chat who was just being an idiot. It's like, at some point you're like, you've commented enough being an idiot.
Yeah.
And it becomes a distraction. But I got your picture, Dave, but I can't get it forwarded to my computer through my AirDrop. It's not finding it. Anyway,
that happens to me too.
Here, somebody else had something here. I just saw a super check come in. As I see it, the legislators don't even need a governor's signature on election-related laws they pass. Correct. The legislature has the exclusive right. They said they have the plenary power, right?
Yes.
So what exactly? Ed 1776.
And they also have the plenary power, the authority to tell the SOS to kick rocks. They can't make law. The SOS is making up stuff because of COVID. Blame it on COVID. You don't get to change the rules.
No,
that's not how this works. The state legislature has full control of these elections and what happens, and they dictate what happens. Anything that was passed outside of that is 100% unconstitutional and is illegal.
Yeah, right. It's true. I mean, this is why the whole thing's so confusing, isn't it? I mean, to people out there, because they're like, wait, they arbitrarily changed these laws, but a month before the event. And now that's okay because...
You know what that's called? That's called maladministration.
Yep.
Government officials are not allowed to delegate their authority to somebody else who's not supposed to have it. Separation of power says that the executive branch or the judicial branch cannot use the powers of the legislative branch and vice versa. So when the legislature sits there and watches the board of supervisors or the secretary of state change law and whatever rules right there without the help of the legislature, they've automatically taken power that was not theirs, which means that it's being done in a private capacity without the authority of government, which means it's all maladministration. It's not good administration because you're acting outside of what we let you do. Now, because of that, we have the power to do what our forefathers said we could do when there's maladministration. And this weekend, Josh and I are going to prove in simple, plain English what it says we can do, how we can do it, how simple it is, so that every man and woman in the nation who wants to figure out how to do it can do it. If you don't see how to pay, get in that group, look up at the top at the pinned message. It's going to tell you what to do. But guys, we have our, Neil, we have our call coming up in 1 minute.
We got to alter, reform, or abolish any government anytime we feel like it.
At will, however we feel like it too.
Yeah. Even with the danger of maladministration.
We won't just say it, we'll prove it. And we'll dare anybody, any judge, any attorney, any government worker, any legislative body member, we dare them to say that what we're saying is a lie and is not found in the law. And I bet you'll see a government official who shuts their mouth for the rest of the year, because nobody can come fight this.
Well, guys, I'm actually going to end my stream. I just posted the links to yours here. I'd like everybody to go join you over there. So I just posted those links again. So everybody kind of jump over and catch up with David and Josh on their. Whose channel is that running on, Josh? Is that yours or David's? That's running.
It's off of David's.
Okay, so it's on David's channel. I just posted the link, and I'll post it again. And Candace Owens would love you. And we'll be moving when Dave is talking. So there you go, Dave. You got some folks moving over there. So I just posted the links again. Thanks, guys, for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us. It's on now.
Good talk with you.
Yes, good talking with you.
Thank you so much for having us. I love you, man. I appreciate everything you do, and thank you for building us up all the time, Neil. You're a great man.
Hey, I love you guys, and thanks for all you're doing. Because I'm out trying to make money right now, so I'm not doing as much.
Hey,
you're doing enough, though.
You brought this fire, bro. You helped bring it, so we're forever thankful.
All right, thanks.
All right. Thank you, Neil.
All right, bro. Catch you soon.